In the last session, we talked about sustainability and the PDCA cycle to help improve the organization and to be able to put in place best practices. This session, we're going to talk about the ACT step of the Plan, Do, Check, Act. And there's two elements of this step. First is standardize the improvement, and then next is establish controls. So standardize the improvement, this is where we can gain a lot of leverage in the organization. So what we want to look at here is the standardized improvement element. So when we look at standardizing improvement, we want to make sure, of course, that we're putting in new procedures, processes, documentation, and training those people on what the new standard is. So remember, in the do step, we put in a countermeasure, which means we're doing something counter to what we've always done. So in this element of the standardized improvement, we got to make sure that that is solidly in place and that people are following the new process. So in this element, there's two components. One is putting those new standards in place, but second, which is most important, is generalizing that solution. So when we put new standards in place, we want to modify, of course, existing procedures that we put in place, update flow charts, prints, documentations, and also put in our visual controls. But under the generalize the solution, we want to look to see where else we can apply this countermeasure. So we want to take the concept of what the solution is that solved the problem or solved the issue that we were dealing with. And if we have similar processes in the organization, we want to apply the same solution to those processes. So that's how we get standardization, but also we don't need to go through the whole PDCA process again because we've gone through it. We've come up with a solution. Let's apply that solution to as many places in the organization as possible. And also, if we have dissimilar processes that are experiencing the same undesirable effects, because we're using cause and effect thinking, if we have places in the organization that see the similar symptoms, then we want to apply the same solution to that area. Because if we have the same symptoms, most likely it's the same causes. And of course, our countermeasure was put in place to address the causes. And then also, if there's other places in the organization that experience the same problem. So this is where we really can leverage our process and our capacity of our employees. We don't need to solve the same problems over and over and over again. Solve it once and then generalize the solution and apply that solution to as many places as we can in the organization. Then we start to see significant improvement by going through the process, the PDCA process, one time and leveraging that knowledge across the organization.